So hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is lecture number 29 of our React Mastery course. So पिछले लेक्चर में हमने किया था बेसिक प्रोजेक्ट सेटअप ऑफ आवर प्रोजेक्ट नंबर 3 एंड बेसिक सेटअप करने के बाद we can use some approaches. First approach is that now either we can do styling or write out the code in the components we made, or the second approach is that we are going to do now is that we will learn data fetching. एंड आज के इस लेक्चर में हम लोग सीखने जा रहे हैं और हम लोग लेंगे एक बेसिक ओवरव्यू कि व्हाट इज डेटा फेचिंग रियली इज एंड हाउ डज इट वर्क्स. So as we know that in project number 3 what we need to do, we need to make a search bar. In that a user will enter a name of anything like cars in this case, and when he press enter we are going to show him a list of cars. And how we are going to do this? We are going to do this with the help of data fetching. So data fetching काम कैसे करती है और what data fetching is? Here you can see the diagram that on the left side we have our application and on the right hand side we have Unsplash API. So what is Unsplash? Unsplash is a website which allow us to get an API which allows us to make something like this application, in which whenever the user search something we can show them the list of images. So first of all ये API का लेन देन और I can say images का लेन देन काम कैसे करता है, तो हम इस लेक्चर में थोड़ा सा वही सीखेंगे, सिर्फ थोड़ा सा पार्ट. First of all, our app gives, or you can say post a request to the Unsplash API asking that can you give me some images related to the term cars. So इसका मतलब है कि सबसे पहले whenever the user enters the name of anything, like suppose that a user enters the name of car in the search bar, and when he press enter we are going to post a request to the Unsplash API asking Unsplash API to give us an array which will have objects of car. What does this mean? So this means that whenever we post request to return us images related to cars, Unsplash API is going to give us an array of objects in which each object will have information about image, like the description of image, the link of image, that from which website it is taken, and quality of image, and many more things, and we will learn them further in the lecture or in the other lectures. And this process of request and response is known as HTTP request and response. So ये जो process है images मांगने का और array of objects मिलने का through the Unsplash API or whichever API you are using, this is called HTTP request and response. So I want to let you know that React has absolutely no tools, no objects, no functions for making HTTP request. That this means that this is separately a different topic. This is not a part of React, but it is important to learn as we will have to do this in many projects and it is very useful in real life also. React only cares about showing content and handling user events. So इसका मतलब है कि React को सिर्फ दो चीज़ें पता हैं. React का काम है यूज़र को कंटेंट दिखाना हमारे वेब पेज पे एंड यूज़र के जो भी इवेंट्स करता है उसको हैंडल करना एंड मॉनिटर करना, यू कैन से. एंड दिस इज काइंड ऑफ गुड. वी कैन राइट अ लॉट ऑफ बिजनेस लॉजिक प्लस डेटा फेचिंग विदाउट वरिंग रिएक्ट. ये एक टाइप ऑफ अच्छी बात भी है एंड बुरी बात भी है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द सिनेरियो वी आर वर्किंग ऑन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल we can use data fetching on, you can say we can post HTTP request and receive them response without worrying about React because it is not a part of React. So this is a good thing kind of. So now here I will give you a layout, a step by step layout of what we are going to do in the next upcoming lectures, because this is going to be a long project and we will understand many more things in this project So you need to understand, or you can say learn this project with full focus, because many complex topics are coming in the future. So now the next video will be a review of HTTP request. In case that you don't know how HTTP request and response work, then this video will help you to understand from basics that how HTTP request is posted and how response is collected from the API which we are using. In this case, we are going to use Unsplash API, because that will help us to show a list of images. And then we are going to understand the Unsplash API, that how does it work and how can we use it in our project. Then we are going to write some code outside of React to make our image searching request, which means that whenever the user enters anything in the search bar and he enters it, we are going to make a request, image searching request, which will help us, or which will help Unsplash API to identify that which type of images we want. And then we are going to give a review of asynchronous code in JavaScript, or you can say in short async code in JavaScript, which is going to be very important, and we are going to learn it in the future lectures. And then we are going to finish up the request making code. There are obviously many more things other than these, but this is a basic layout of what we are going to understand in the next 4 to 5 lectures. So I hope that this was all for today, and I hope that you understand that work we are going to do in the next lectures, and I need you to focus fully in the next lectures, because the upcoming topics are going to be very complex and we are going to study them together. So guys, this was all for today. Hope you liked today's lecture. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next lecture.